What is going on YouTube? Hannah back making another brand new Crypto TV episode. In today's video, we are going to be looking at XRP, Ethereum, Bitcoin, Cardano, as well as the S&P 500 if we have time. So guys, we have to talk about the markets which are currently correcting and dropping in price. We've been tracking this down for the past, I'd say, day or two, and made it pretty certain in yesterday's video that we were forming some really big symmetrical triangles on some of the major cryptocurrencies, which were signaling an opportunity to get ready to short the markets. We were deciding whether or not we were hitting the bottom, and this was pretty much getting close because we were starting to break through some of these supporting uptrends right here, which was a signal of correction in some way or another. We also had a big rising wedge pattern forming on Bitcoin, which we now have to tweak a little bit, but this was also a bearish pattern. Falling wedges usually consider a bullish break, and then rising wedges consider a bearish break to the downside here. But we are still intertwined within this sideways channel here, so we do have to update you guys on that, as well as XRP, which had some sort of symmetrical triangle, which did break bearish a couple of hours ago, and we do have to update this for right now because there's a lot of things happening within the price of these cryptocurrencies that you do have to stay informed about. Otherwise, the S&P 500 has literally done absolutely incredible things. I know a lot of people are talking about the markets crashing, and there's a good chance we'll see a pullback within the next couple of days, probably next week. But I mean, regardless, this has been a phenomenal run and has been since, we recovered from COVID. Otherwise, guys, definitely make sure to partake in our crypto coin display giveaway. Drawing will be tomorrow, completely free to enter. All you have to do is comment your favorite cryptocurrency down below, as well as comment subscribed, and you'll be entered to win one of these bad boy displays for free. And I will be checking in if you're not subscribed, you won't win. And lastly, today's video was brought to you by XBTFX, which is a cryptocurrency brokerage company. And as you guys can see here, you can deposit, exchange, trade, withdraw using 15 cryptocurrencies and stablecoins, DMA access to 200 plus FX cryptos, commodities, indices over MT4 and MT5 platforms. And as you guys can see, they offer tight spreads, range of markets, no restrictions, deposit cryptos and trade with crypto balances, as well as same-day crypto withdrawals on multiple platforms. But more information about this platform will be at the end of today's video. Really cool. Definitely make sure to check it out if you're really just into trading anything at this point. And also, I have linked them down in the description down below if you don't want to wait and you want to check them out while we jump into the video. That's no problem. Otherwise, definitely make sure to smash the like button for the YouTube algorithm, turn on post notifications, and let's jump into the video. So guys, quick refresh of the current market cap. You guys can see markets aren't doing too bad at 2.66 trillion. Volume is definitely leaving the markets overall. Top 10 cryptocurrencies, everything is pretty much down across the board. Shiba now number 11. We'll talk about that later today, but we are seeing a big swing to the upside here. 18% now, and we do have to talk about that as we did call the bottom for Shiba Inu, and we have bought in and leveraging this to the upside here, and we didn't actually sell our position, which is pretty incredible. So we've been able to make a ton of money since yesterday's video, so I do want to talk about that later. But the other cryptocurrencies are pretty much consolidating. Obviously, what Bitcoin does, everything else does as well, as you guys know. And as you guys can see right now, XRP is currently falling. We have drawn on this sort of symmetrical triangle from yesterday, which you can see we pretty much shot our way into here. And as you guys remember, we did take our profits the second we saw confirmation of prices actually closing above this support level here. We discussed it. I made this very, very, very clear, and let me be very clear as well today, that this was a signal of potential reversal. I already talked about this yesterday and the day prior, basically referring to the fact that XRP tends to break fairly bearish fairly quickly when retesting above this top resistance level. You can see scrolling back in the past here, last time we broke above this resistance, and I'm just going to scale this out for those that are a little bit new to the channel here. You can see why I sold out here. Looking at this, hopefully you guys can clearly see the symmetrical triangle forming here on the cryptocurrency. You can see I'll jump to the daily, make it a little bit clearer. There is an Elliott wave symmetrical triangle that we have drawn on, but at point B here, you can see we actually managed to break above this resistance level. So look at this, jumping into point B, you can see what happened. And this is why I need to be very clear with you guys as to why I did not buy into this cryptocurrency. You can see we waited for the opportunity to break this resistance. You can see that's what happened here. And then immediately after breaking through that resistance, we just plummeted. You can also see we're overbought and plummeted to oversold. With extreme volume that left the market here, you can see we literally just dumped all the way down to the downside here, falling all the way from a price level of $1.41 to 92 cents in, I don't know, less than a day here. And you can see that's why I've been very hesitant to buy anything or trade anything above this resistance level, the resistance level being this downtrend here. So now flash forward, what exactly is going on right now? So you can see we were overbought just a couple of hours ago, and you can see we're currently trading above our resistance level. We closed above here. This has been, quite frankly, a very uncertain area to trade. And you can see we did make out a big profit off this run right here. We did have a symmetrical triangle forming this level right over here, and we did buy in and leverage this once we closed the 4-hour above there, and we did take profit. Where did we take profit? At the top of this falling wedge fractal here. You can see, just a quick refresh for those new, this was a falling wedge. We bought in once we closed above there, and we leveraged it all the way up to top resistance at the height of the mouth of the opening. This was the same percentage run that we had here. So we took profits right when we hit this top resistance, which you can see we did right here. And that's why we sold out. Even though we did go higher, I'm not greedy. We made plenty of money here. But since then, we closed above this resistance, which is why I haven't touched the market just yet with an XRP. You can see we started to form a bigger symmetrical triangle here, which you can see is what's happening. And then we started to retest right at this level here, and we closed below it, which was signaling a potential reversal to the downside here. Where did we fall to? Obviously, this was a short position, but I'm not getting involved in that just yet because it's a little too hot for me. We fell literally back down inside our sideways channel here. We discussed this. I kind of discuss it as the no man's zone. I don't like to trade inside this channel here because of how aggressive it can be. And I'm just going to swing over to the 4-hour so it looks a little bit clearer for you guys here. But you can see right now, this is the sideways channel. I don't like to touch this because prices tend to kind of fluctuate inside here. It goes back even farther. Like literally, I can now extend this even more so, and you can see for the most part what a problem zone this tends to be. $1.13 and then $1.05. Top resistance, bottom support level. We trade sideways inside of here. We either break bullish or we break bearish. It's just a problem zone, and I don't like to touch it. And guess what? Prices are now currently inside of there, which means I'm not going near it. And you can see that's what's happening right now. Prices have broken down here. We're kind of retesting it. Not only are we retesting, I'm going to delete these just because it's not necessary at this point. Or actually, I'm going to delete this and leave this one here. Extend this one out. You can see kind of why. And I'm going to delete this as well. So you can see we are forming some sort of even bigger symmetrical triangle now, retesting $1.13 and the moving average here. There's a very small opportunity we could build some sort of support and bounce off of here. That's ideal, but I'm not touching it yet. The fact that we're even, retesting $1.13 and trading inside this no man's zone, I'm not going near it. As for the other cryptocurrencies, Ethereum, also pretty bearish. We broke through our ascending fractal here, which means we're pretty much heading back down to moving averages as well as bottom support here. So I'm just going to let things kind of play out. I need another pattern to develop, and then I will buy back into these cryptocurrencies. Otherwise, it makes no sense to touch it. As a conservative trader, it's not a smart move. Now, what I do want to do is declutter the Bitcoin chart here, as I know probably some of you are pretty confused right now, but I'm starting to notice an interesting support and resistance level. So our falling wedge did complete. We did break bullish, but we're starting to see maybe a bigger pattern develop here that maybe I'm not seeing as clearly here. So I want to draw it on, kind of get what your opinion is on this. There was some sort of like uptrend here. I'm starting to see it like this, maybe a downtrend as well. And you can see some sort of like pattern forming like this. This is what I'm kind of seeing. Looks like we did kind of break bearish through it here, but we are kind of intertwined with this uptrend. So I'll make it a little bit clearer now. Some sort of maybe bigger pennant flag forming. This is what I'm starting to see. And hopefully this makes sense to you guys. Obviously, correct me if I'm wrong. Post it in the Discord that we do have linked down in the comments below. But you can see maybe there's some sort of bigger pennant flag forming here that I wasn't seeing in the past. You can see kind of the pennant flag that's kind of formulating here within Bitcoin, specifically on the 4-hour. So you can see this is what we're looking at right now. Is there a falling wedge or a I don't even know. There's no real like bearish fractal or rising wedge or falling wedge. It looks more like a pennant flag where there are supports, there are resistances retesting here. But regardless, we are intertwined with this sideways channel here. And just like I said with XRP, the same thing is going to apply itself with Bitcoin, that this is, to me, a no-go zone. Unless you're a moderate to an aggressive style of trader and you like to day trade, then it makes sense. Like if I was a aggressive trader, I would see that we are retesting not only our bottom support, but we're retesting an uptrend and we're retesting moving averages. So if I was to make a trade right now, my guess is that there's probably an 80% chance that we're going to break bullish off of this. How high are we going to move to? Probably this resistance, maybe 61,600 or 62,600 in that zone. So we're either going to do this or this and retest these levels here. So being that we're hitting our price floor and our uptrend and our moving averages here, and we just came off of a big climax to the downside here, but I would have some sort of anticipation we'd break bullish. But for me, as a conservative trader, or if you're a beginner, I would not recommend, for me personally, to be trading inside of this channel here. It's just way too aggressive. So I'm either waiting for us to break through this floor here to buy in for a short, or I'm waiting for us to break through this uptrend here to buy in for a long. How high? I mean, there's a big potential here. I mean, just looking at the mouth of the opening, I mean, it's freaking huge, guys, for the most part. It's about a 20% run. So either we're going to see a 20% break like to the upside here, which could swing us all the way up to like prices as high as maybe $72,000 being the target, or we could fall at a pretty aggressive rate and also pull us all the way down to probably our bottom support, which would be somewhere around like 50K. So we're either hitting 70K or 50K, but you can see we are forming this symmetrical triangle here, this pendant flag. So I just want you guys to be aware of that. No real time to talk about Cardano. This coin is literally doing nothing but consolidating. So I do think it's going to pop soon, but there's no reason to trade it right now. Just keeping an eye. S&P 500 is hitting a top, so I do believe next week we are going to see markets consolidate. But otherwise, guys, I do want to talk about XBTFX. I want to give a huge shout out to XBTFX for sponsoring today's episode. So guys, XBTFX offers leverage trading of up to 500 times a number of different asset classes. And this is all through the MT5 trading platform, which comes from the same MetaTrader trading stable as the MT4 platform, which is also available as an option. Now, they are a true SDP broker, which stands for straight through processing and means that the broker will send you your order direct to their liquidity providers, and this means that your orders are not routed through a dealing desk of any sort. Now guys, XBTFX is a crypto FX CFD broker, which means that you are trading with what is called a contracts for difference, and these are essentially leverage trading instruments that give you exposure to some underlying assets. Now with the CFD, you are trading on margin, and this means that you will only ever have to put down a fraction of the total notional size of the trade in order to enter a position. So when the margin is 1%, you will have an effective leverage of up to 100x. And when it comes to the assets that you can trade, they offer Forex, commodities, indices, metals, and stocks. Then when it comes to cryptocurrencies, you have the most major coins in altcoins. These include things like Bitcoin, Litecoin, Ethereum, XRP, and even BNB. You then also have a pretty decent selection of altcoins, including Solana, Algorand, Chainlink, and guys, they even have Doge and Shiba Inu. So when it comes to asset coverage, XBTFX really does shine. They have more assets in general than most other Forex brokers, and also have more cryptocurrencies than most other exchanges. And if you have decided that you would like to try XBTFX, then you will have to create an account, and this is pretty simple, and all it really requires is an email address. And once you have submitted your email, you will have to confirm your registration in the link they send in the email. And once that is done, your account is pretty much set up. You can pretty much start trading, even though I recommend the first thing you do, which would be to set up 2FA or two-factor authentication to protect your account. Now guys, funding an account on XBTFX is just as easy as any other crypto exchange. They all have major cryptos and stablecoin wallets for making deposits, and you can merely send your crypto into the broker and start trading with only an email and country verification. However, remember, you have a limit of $10,000 per day in withdrawals unless KYC is completed. Now guys, once you have registered, you can create your account type, and there are two basic types they offer on XBTFX. These are the standard and the ESN. And what does this actually mean? Well, with the standard account, XBTFX is adding a minor spread to the pairs that you are trading and earning their fees in that way and charging no trade commission. With the ESN, it stands for Electronic Crossing Network, and when you place an order on this account, it is routed directly to the market and you will get the raw spread. And the main difference with ESN is the spreads are lower, but there are trade commissions charged. Now guys, the XBTFX trading platform is the real meat of the matter of where the traders will be 90% of the time when using the broker. And as mentioned, XBTFX uses the MetaTrader 5 platform. This is the third-party trading software that was developed in the same company that developed the widely popular MT4 platform. And XBTFX also offers the MetaTrader MT4 platform. However, the MT5 is primarily the platform with more features, meaning trading account balances in crypto like Bitcoin, Ethereum, or XRP. And this means that you can have, for example, XRP, MetaTrader 5 trading account with your balance in XRP, where all profit or loss for trading is settled in XRP. And MetaTrader is used by thousands of other brokers and millions of other traders worldwide, and the MT5 is available on a number of different devices and operating systems, which means you can do it on both iOS and Android, and you can download it with Linux and Windows. And the final option is that you can trade it through your web browser, and this is perhaps the most easy. Hey guys, if you have been impressed with your experience on XBTFX, then you can start referring friends, family, and other traffic. And this is all through their affiliate program, where you can earn a share of commission generated and paid out by Bitcoin. And you should also note that these commissions are earned for the lifetime that you have the trader under you, and you will not increase the cost for their traders themselves. And in summary, the entire user experience is pretty simple. If you're looking for a broker that accepts crypto with a highly functional trading platform where you can trade crypto and a multitude of assets in a relatively simple manner, then definitely make sure to check out the links in the description. Otherwise, huge shout out to XBTFX for sponsoring today's episode. As always, make sure to smash the like button for the YouTube algorithm, turn on post notifications, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in tomorrow's video. Peace.